All right, we're gonna talk about our Govee install here. These are the professional lights. Got them on Black Friday, and I did two 200-foot sections. Glad I did. Let's see what we got. All right, we started over here to the corner. Let's back up. Got one dog. Started there. I'm gonna have to take the power out of the soffit at some point. But all the way across, we had a little spacer that I used. We ended up going 4.5 inches from that top trim panel. It seemed to work out well because I didn't really want a lot of light shining on the trim. I wanted it on the brick. But it gets tricky when you're trying to get a ladder and you don't have any access to where you want to go. So really got to be careful looking at how that goes. We went and hit the peak. Some people say I'll just go right next to it. We ended up doing the whole peak. I recommend doing that. Something else that was frustrating was trying to do the splices, like you can see them right there. Splices while you're actually up on a ladder is really annoying. So if you can time it out and figure it out on the ground, that's probably the best option. But the one time we tried to do that, we were wrong, and I had a 10-foot or a 10 light section that I cut 2 lights off, and then we had to put 2 lights back on the end of it. I've got power up there for a security camera, so I'm thinking about doing that around and powering the other ones for it. Coming back here, ladder again, access was tough. Oops, it was tough back in there, but made it happen. I had a 20-foot ladder that was inadequate for that front peak. We ended up renting a 40-footer, which I don't like heights. Not a fan at all of that, but again, made it work. Coming around here. Now here I'm gonna swap power there, and instead of that security light, we're gonna put actual plug and then this power coming down here. I can actually run up off of there. That's the second one. Then up here again, we needed the tall one. Got a little short jumper on that one up to the top. Now again, ladder access. I mean, look, we're kind of down here. Didn't want to fall in the lake. But yeah, so we had enough room to get up there. The problem was here, I couldn't get up there because of that landing. We'll come around and see that here. Hot tubs, the other problem. Got a prime rib roast going for Christmas. Yeah, with that landing, I couldn't get up there. My 20-foot extension ladder was too short to hit the trim and have it hold and not hit the screen. But if I extended it one rung, it wouldn't fit. So got more jumpers over there. Here I've got a power injector just resting up behind that. So again, we skipped this area, just used a jumper because of the hot tub. We're gonna have to build a platform up there, but then that will let me put the power injector back behind there, a booster, whatever they call the thing. But yeah, came all around. Did it in the snow and it was 33 degrees. Don't recommend doing that. And then yeah, finishes back over there. So all in all, pretty happy with them, and really wish I would have done it early in the year before it got super cold. Make sure you get the splices right. Give yourself plenty of room. You do need to have some bare wire to make the connection, but then you need insulated wire to have the little gripper grab. So don't screw that up. Make sure you get your wiring starting with a female, ending with a male, and just keep on rocking. Good luck, guys. It's probably not the way to do it, but here's how I was doing my splice. I kind of took my knife and got between there with the serrated part just to get separation, and then brought it down. I was using the 12 gauge wire to get rid of the outer insulation, and then obviously the 2022 for the other ones. You really do have to leave a little bit of the insulated part because that's what these little grippers are going to grip onto. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so this is the end that I have. It's the male end. That is literally the end. You can make all kinds of jokes about it. It's over when the guy gets there, but whatever you want to do to just remember this so you don't get it backwards when you're up on the ladder. Everything starts with the female. That's kind of how life goes, right? So we're putting the female on this end. Here's the little grippers. These little dudes are spring loaded, so you got to pull them back. There's like a midway setting, but you got to get it all the way out. Again, so you want the wire oriented so you're not twisting the red and the blue all the way around. It just goes there. This freaking guy, just stop it. The other thing you gotta do is, I kind of got a little bit late here, but take all of these little parts, get them through there, And then you got to put this little guy through also before you start separating the wires, or it's going to be hard to get them all through there. So I should have done both of those steps before splitting this apart. And then you got to get this through also. This will hold that in place when you're up on a ladder, but this is too wide and it'll slide right past. So either if you want to hold it while you're doing your splicing, or I don't know, crimp it or do something, but just be careful that all this stuff doesn't fall out while you're doing it. And 30 feet up a ladder, this is very fine wire to do. I recommend trying to do your splicing on the ground if you possibly can. And while we're here, why did they put the end of the tape right there? Why couldn't it have been over here where it wouldn't get in the way freaking wire of doing gloved fingers trying to do that? Just a question, who knows? Okay, we got everything set up to do the splice here. And again, if you see, that would be annoying because my red's on the wrong side. So I got to flip the wire over when I come at it. That way I'm not twisting the red and the blue around. Okay, clipped them all in and they're all tight. Pull them, make sure that they're going to be fine. You don't want to get in trouble. Now don't put this together until this is screwed on, because otherwise it's going to grip the wire and turn the wire and rip your little splicey spots out. So don't do that. Put this on first, then stick that in, and then stick this in.